Hello there, and welcome to the 1875 talk show. My name is Luke, and well, what a win! 1-0 to Blues. Oh, what a game. Before we get into it, please like, share, and subscribe. Absolutely, the support you guys have shown me has been amazing. Love every single one of you. But let's get into it. 3 changes from the Norwich match, which saw Colin, Chung, and Bielik on, with Yuki back on the bench after serving his bullshit suspension. Blues fans, once again before the match, loud and proud, couldn't beat it. The previous record in the Preston in the league is worrying. 7 clean sheets with 5 draws. If the lads can carry on how they played against Norwich, we could grab some points here. Once again, I've taken my notes throughout the match, so I'm just going to read my notes out bit by bit. What I say at that point was how I felt during that point in the game. At the start of the match, I said it was great to see Chong back in a blue shirt. Early in the first 5 minutes, Roberts just let a ball roll past him, and it was 1-on-1 with the keeper, with 1-on-2, Sanderson and the keeper. Luckily, Sanderson got there, or it would have been a shot on Ruddy's goal. 5th minute, Preston cut our defence wide open, run straight at the keeper. Good save by by Ruddy, corner for Preston. Bielik really solid, got an attacking free kick. Really good passing between Chong, Bielik and Deeney. Kept the ball well. There's a few missteps and a bit slippage from Blues, but again, it's expected. Sanderson, again, done really well, 2-on-2, but Sanderson stuck to his man, trusty cleared. Blues were making it too easy, we were leaving too many people up in an attacking position. Too many players forward for us, and they would just hit us on the counter. Carline crosses, which Hogan completely miskicked, but look, it went through to Graham on his right foot. Good shot, unfortunately, even better save by the Preston keeper. Blues came short for the corner, which Preston player got to first, started the counter-attack. Luckily, it was 3 Blues lads on 1 Preston, and we managed to squash the danger. At that point, I started thinking, this is typical Blues. Then all of a sudden, 16th minute, Graham crossed from the left, straight to Colin, header, goal. 16th minute in, Blues 1, Preston 0. At first goal against Preston this season, might I add, anyone scored. That cross was wing back to wing back. Great cross. Colin, all really needed to do was just stand there and let it bounce off his head and go in. There was no way he could have missed a header at that kind of range, but he had to get in the position to hit it. Blues fans went absolutely batshit. You could hear Keith Wright's on echoing throughout Deepdale. Preston, they did not look happy, their players. You could see it was the first time. You could tell it was the first time they'd gone 1-0 down, and they were not used to the feeling, especially at home. Exactly the same as last season. Chong just drew the foul in, 22nd minute in. 23rd minute, there was a really bad tackle from Brady on Chong. As I said, it's the second time in the same amount of minutes, no cards. Blues fans sounded their displeasure of that. Another free kick from the other side of the pitch, this time on Pacuna. Since the goal, Preston really looked like they had the oxygen sucked out. Blues, they looked like they were loving every second of the play. Our midfield, they were unstoppable. Every ball, every pass was good, every ball was good. And comes to a bit where I think I'm going to get a few comments on this one. The more I watch Deeney play, the more I seem to think he's playing in the wrong position. He shouldn't be up top. He should be playing. He looks more suited to a midfield role. More sloppy play from Preston, overhitting passes, missing the passes completely. This is where I said Blues need to be careful. We do not want to become complacent. Roberts sent a Preston player completely off the pitch on the right-hand side and completed a free kick. Carlan stood up very well against Parrott inside the box, clears the ball out for a throw-in. Preston really pushing everyone out our back line now. Ball keeps coming in. Deeney got pushed over in the defensive area, which got us a free kick, which got us out of that. A corner for Blues, which Pacuna takes. Roberts got a header on it, but no power. Preston defence looked a bit shaky. They couldn't seem to be handling the fact that we had Pacuna and Chong coming at them. 32nd minute in, Pacuna gets tackled and stays down. Looked a bit of a heavy one. He actually came off. Looked a little bit high on the replay. It looked a little bit high on Pacuna's ankle. There was a bit of a Barney between Bielik and Cunningham at that point. Only a little bit, not much. A little bit of a break in play. Preston manager looked like he was tearing his team a new arsehole, and John Eustace, you could see, was urging his lads to carry on and keep the pressure on. Pacuna was back to his feet, but slowly walking off to the side with a little bit of a limp. From the drop ball, Roberts booted it up to Hogan, who was all on his own and still managed to get a corner. Graham to take the corner. Roberts again with his head on it, but the ball went away from the goal. But Blues got the ball back, and Sanderson won a free kick in the Preston half. Blues were sticking to their shape very well, forcing Preston to more and more wild chances. Ball was just shooting over our bar by a long shot. The Preston players are looking more and more frustrated with every passing minute. Great play between Chong, Colin and Hogan. Good passing between the three. Chong got the ball back in the Preston area. Tried to take a shot, but he just couldn't get the ball out from under himself. And unfortunately, just rolled to the Preston keeper. 42nd minute, Bacuna gave away a very soft foul just outside the Blues box. Blues need to stay resolute. Blues have been pinned in their own half for the last 5-10 minutes. Luckily, the lads have kept their eye on the ball and kept their shape well. Trusty down the left wins a defensive free kick on the 44th minute. 3 added minutes of extra time. Nothing really happened. First half ended. And this is what I put for first half. For the first 10 minutes, Blues looked very shaky, but the more we played, the better we looked. Our midfield had really ruled the game in the first half. Been a really good performance. We've really looked the better of the two sides. This is something that fans have been asking for since the start of since way before the start of the season, but I'm not going to include that. I can't point to a better player in the first half because there have been several for me. Chong has been a really good bright spark in the midfield, great passing, always on his man, ready to unleash the pace. Both Graham and Colin have done really well on both sides. Great link-up play between them for the goal. And Sanderson has been an absolute rock in defence, covering every blade of grass in our half, as well as helping out during attacking moments. If I had to point any negatives out for the first half, I'd say high floating corners. They haven't really helped us, and every time that we've managed to get on the end of one of them, the headers either had no power or no aim. Stats were 3 shots for Preston, 6 for Blues, both with 2 on target, 2 corners for Preston, 5 for Blues, and that's the first time this season we have won more aerial duels than our opposition in the first half. Second half kicked off and Preston came out the blocks running. Preston player just absolutely rolled over in the box. Looked like Sanderson had pulled him down on the replay, but luckily no card, no foul. Preston did look hungry, the two in the opening minutes. Back on the replay, Sanderson did actually foul Parrott, but luckily got away with it. Bielik had a great pass to Bacuna, who runs with it to take a shot, deflected for a corner. Roberts went down and took a fair while to get back up. Another cross from Graham. Trusty went into the back of a Preston player and gave the free kick to Preston. Preston have really grown back into the game. They seem more direct in their passing and have amped up the speed of their attacks. Another funny part of the match was where Deeney absolutely squashed a Preston player between himself and the referee. I did laugh. Hogan all alone again in the Preston half, but earns Blues a throw-in. Bielik had the ball in our own penalty area shortly after and tried to clear the ball, but got outmanned by 3 Preston lads who took a shot and it went in the back of the net. But luckily, the ref had already blew his whistle. Blues have been quite lucky to escape up till now. Really need to sharpen up our play. Colin on the left ran into a little bit of trouble. Ran into a cul-de-sac, unfortunately. Preston really hungry to get the ball and get in our box. Blues looked really shell-shocked at that point. Preston player tried to head the ball back to his keeper. Hogan managed to get in between the ball and to get in between, but just couldn't get the header past the keeper. In his defence, he did have his back to the keeper. 59th minute, first substitute for Blues, Chong off for Jordan James. Not really surprising considering Chong haven't had much first team action. Trusty with a great defensive move. Roberts leaves it till the last second to clear the ball, which gave me a bloody heart attack. Great save by John Ruddy just outside the box by Brady. Good shot by Brady. Preston are looking favourites to see the ball net bulge. Reece shot from inside the box, but luckily hit the side netting. Blues really need to liven up and open their eyes. This isn't the Blues we saw in the first half. We're looking a little bit more like the Blues we saw in the past few weeks. Only so many times Blues can escape with the lead intact. Preston are throwing themselves at us full force, and our lads seem to be a little bit gassed out. And but only a few players are still trying to play like they did in the first half. Ruddy kind of gave everyone a calming down speech, told everyone to get their asses back in the game, and at this moment on, we really did start soliding up. 61st minute, Preston's sub, Brad Potts off for Alvaro Hernandez. Preston passed the ball straight across our goal line, but luckily no one on the end to touch it into the net. Our midfield seems to have lost its spark a little bit. Nothing against Jordan James or any of the lads that are playing. It was just a bit of a dull patch for Blues right now. Mark Roberts seen a yellow card. I'm not exactly sure what for. I think it was due to time wasting on the free kick. I'm not sure. Blues fans really kicked the gear, singing up to high gear. You could not hear the Preston boys whatsoever. Graham won a free kick in our own area. The problem with the game right now is that when we're defending, we're booting the ball straight out of our area, and the Preston are getting it straight back and coming straight at us. And I've said that many times in the last few games. Good passing between Bakuna and Deeney, who backheeled it to Hogan, who tried to do the same. It did hit the keeper, but the referee gave a goal kick. Hogan and Deeney protested, and Hogan was shown a yellow card in the 69th minute for it. There was a lot of frustration growing more and more intense on the Preston players. They're not happy with how Blues are playing the game. They look like that we're trying to slow everything down right now, while Preston really want to go everything at full speed. 72nd minute, Deeney off for Dukey and Bielik off for George Hall, with the Preston sub of Brown off for Evans. Dukey has went down, looked like a clash of ankles, which Dukey came off worse, but he came straight back up. Tempo of the game seemed to have died down at that point, with Preston still probing our area, but the lads defending very well. I think a lot more frustration has started digging into the lads at that point. None of our lads were in a hurry to do anything, whether it be throw-ins, corners, goal kicks or anything. A good cross from Collan, the keeper punches away, but Bakuna rised above the Preston defender to put the ball out for a goal kick. 80th minute, Preston triple change, which was Troy Parrott for Ryan Ledson, McCann for Daniel Johnson and Benjamin Whiteman for Mickey O'Neill. First Preston yellow of the game, which was Ched Evans at the 83rd. A bit of a scramble in the Blues area. Blues could not clear it for shit. It kept going to another Blues player, luckily, with Roberts. Shot blocked from Emile Reese by Roberts, and finally the cross goes way over the bar. Preston fans started leaving at the 84th minute, but in their droves they started leaving. 85th minute, Blues final two subs, which was Bakuna for Joe Bellingham and Hogan for Hannibal Mejbri. Great defending from Roberts to guard the ball out for a goal kick, and then Mejbri got the ball, and we spent the next couple of minutes in the corner of their area, just between him and Dukey, throwing everything to keep the ball in that corner. The 88th minute, Mejbri was fouled by Brady, who first kicked him very high in the shin and then kicked the ball into Mejbri's face when Mejbri was on the floor. I did watch the replay again, and yes, he did boot it into his face and then tried to pick him up. The Preston fans were silent, and Blues fans did what they do best. We sung our lads across the line. 5 minutes added on. The ball went out of play, but the ref let him carry on, and Graham then put the ball out for a corner. Corner came in, Roberts headed the ball away, Mejbri running after it full force. Between Roberts and Hall cleared another cross out, with Bellingham sliding in to stop the ball moving closer to our area. Roberts got the ball away again from a Preston cross, but Hall gets the ball and just ran towards Preston box. Great passing between him and Mejbri. Mejbri passed the ball back to Hall. Unfortunately, when it came to shoot, fell over. Ball went over the bar, which the Blues fans grabbed. The Preston keeper ran around trying to find another ball, and when he finally got the ball on the deck for the line, Blues fans threw the ball back up. Preston were just throwing everything at us at that point. Fuck the kitchen sink, they were throwing the whole kitchen at us. Preston were given a very silly free kick in the middle of the half. Don't know what for, I believe it was tugging of the shirt. Brady with a good ball in, but Cunningham puts it well over the bar. Another free kick to Preston shortly after, with Jordan James conceding a yellow card, which the ball came in, Ruddy grabbed and just sat on it. Shortly after that, it ended 1-0 Blues. Looks like the Preston manager shortly after was given a red card for arguing with the ref after the final whistle, which I found hilarious. For me, it's hard to say who the man of the match was. Our lads have played well, all 11, 12 if I include the fans. But for me, it had to have been Colin. Great attacking play, even better defensively, solid in the midfield. He was just solid all over the pitch. Too many times this season I've done these videos and I've said we deserve that loss. But this time we deserve the victory. Really solid play by all 11 of the lads. There was only 10 minutes at the start where I thought Preston were going to have this. After that, yeah, it's typical Blues, so you're going to have moments where you're like, shit, you know, but still, we deserve that win. Best part of the match for me was actually after the final whistle, where John Eustace came running through the Blues players to the fans, slapping the Blues badge on his chest and shouting, fucking come on. What a game. Well done, lads. Deserve that. That win now puts us, as you can see, very happily 20th in the table. And we can only go, well, according to Sky Sports app, 19th, but according to that, 20th. So we'll see what happens. And we can only go one place now. We can only go up. I think having the new lads really has helped the squad out. And I think it's been a really good game for the Blues, which we deserved. We did deserve the 3 points. So thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. It really does help the channel. I will try and bring you as much Blues content as I can. I do apologise for not bringing you any transfer news. I just knew there was a load of other lads doing it, and I didn't want to oversaturate the time. But please let me know in your comments what you thought of that match, and I'll see you all on the next one. Keep right on, everyone. See you in the next one.